Edmonton. Pleased to be joined on the line now by Steven Stamkos, who today signs a long-term contract to join the Nashville Predators and leave the Tampa Bay Lightning after a couple of cups and a brilliant career there. Describe the emotions of the last couple of days, and particularly last few hours before you came to this decision, Steven.
Well, it's been probably as crazy as you can think in terms of just a roller coaster of emotions. Clearly, so much amazing history in Tampa for my family and I, and you know, ultimately trying to work something out there, and you know, fell short, not by my trying, that's for sure. But once we kind of got past that, you know, we were really open to the opportunity of going somewhere else, and every time we were looking for things that would certainly interest us in the new team, Nashville kept popping up, and so thankful that they had mutual interest and we were able to get something done. And listen, as crazy as it's been the last couple of days, and the lack of sleep and the nerves and just that uneasy feeling, once we made that call to Barry Trotz and the Nashville Predators that we were coming, that feeling went away, and it's just been pure excitement.
You said, you know, until that door closed. You know, when exactly in your mind did the door close? I know, you know, Tampa was working and you guys were working with them, your agents, up until, what, a day or two ago? Or when was that moment where you said, okay, it's not going to happen, I have to move on?
Yeah, I mean, it probably depends who you ask. If you ask Tampa, maybe the door was closed a little sooner than you know, if you ask me. You know, when you're going through a situation like that, and literally, I've never been through a situation like that, you always think that something's going to work out. But, you know, this morning when I woke up, we knew we were going to make a decision to be somewhere else. And that was exciting for my wife and I and our kids and our family. And like I said, just to have a team show as much interest as Nashville did, with how excited they were about the possibility of me coming, you know, from their ownership to their GM to their coach, to some of the players on the team that I'm familiar with, it just made us feel really, really special and really good, and made that decision that much easier.
We know there were a number of teams that were interested in Steven Stamkos when it was clear you weren't going back to Tampa, a large number. So you mentioned the interest that Nashville showed in you. What else factors in the decision? Obviously, the money's great. The city, when you're weighing and looking at these possibilities, you know, in the end, why Nashville?
Well, I think like you said, you have to look at a multitude of factors, especially when you're in the position that I am. You know, obviously I have 3 kids, I have a family, I have other priorities other than myself that I need to think of. But first and foremost, it's going to an organization that is committed to winning. I think you can already tell for how aggressive they've been today, how much that means to them. Obviously, the city is a fantastic city, very familiar with a lot of players that absolutely love playing there. You know, the money is the money. It's not the end-all, be-all, but it's a part of it. But I just think the fit for myself as an individual, as a player, and then the fit for my family, it checked all those boxes. You have a list of things, of priorities that you want when you get into a situation like free agency, and being on a playoff contender that has a chance to win a Stanley Cup, going to an organization that is willing to commit to adding pieces and adding players and constantly getting better. Obviously, being in a great place to raise a family. And like I said, Nashville just kept checking those boxes, and each time we kind of went back around, they were always coming out on top, and it made the decision that much easier, like I said, because they had that mutual interest as well.
We sat here on this panel a few minutes ago, and everyone said, I can't believe it came to this, that Steven Stamkos, we thought he'd play his whole career there. I know you wanted to play your whole career in Tampa. You talked about the great memories you'll have, but will there be any tinge of bitterness that the organization didn't try harder to make it happen?
Well, listen, it's such an emotional time right now. I can't lie and say that, you know, really since the beginning of last year when I didn't get an extension, that, you know, you're a human. You have emotions and you want things to go your way, but that's just your perspective. Everyone else has a different perspective. And, you know, certainly Julian in Tampa has a different vision. And at the end of the day, it's a business. As harsh as it can be sometimes, you have to live with those decisions. And like I said, it's not for a lack of effort on my side of trying to make things work out in Tampa, but it's not fair to Nashville for me to sit here and say, I really wanted to be in Tampa. Everyone knows I did. It didn't work out, and I'm just as thrilled to be joining the Nashville Predators, like I just mentioned, for a multitude of reasons. And like I just said, you can see by how aggressive they've been today already that their commitment to winning is second to none.
Well, we're happy for you and best of luck there. They've been really busy. You've got a bunch of new teammates in Marchessault and Brady Shea. So we wish you the best of luck in Nashville, and we'll see you in Aurora this summer.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
That is Steven Stamkos, who leaves the Lightning, where he captained them to 2 Stanley Cups, and heads to Nashville to join the Predators.